a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Welcome to the Restricted Section, the Harry Potter podcast that guarantees it's right at least part of the time. If you haven't done the reading, don't worry, we did it for you. Here's what we're talking about this week. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Chapter 37, The Lost Prophecy. Gather around the campfire, children. It's time for Dumbledore to do the grand plot reveal where he explains everything we've been wondering about this entire 850-page long book. What's up, Dumbledore? What have you been up to? Welcome to the Restricted Section, where we have some powers that the Dark Lord knows not, if you know what I mean. I'm your host, Christina. My co-host today is Professor Grace. Say hello to the listeners, Grace.
Hello, listeners, and might I say, you are looking incredibly sexy today.
No, you.
No, you.
It's just the Spider-Man pointing meme, but all of us are just like continuously pointing at each other.
No, you.
No, you.
It's like a braid train of telling each other that we're beautiful.
Exactly.
Anyway.
You're beautiful. It's
so
true.
Robert, no.
Robert, shut up so I can introduce you. Joining me today is my friend Robert, co-host of The Bits. Say hello to the listeners, Robert.
The bits.
Thank you for saying something, Robert. Hi, everyone. It's me, co-host of The Bits. I talk about Steven Universe with this other nerd who is pretending to be me. Identity theft is not a joke, Charlie. Millions of people suffer every year.
I was learning about identity theft today, actually. Just unrelated. Sam sent me a funny thing. Also here today, obviously, is the other half of the legendary brand new Steven Universe podcast, The Bits. Charlie, say hello to the listeners, Charlie.
The bits, the bits, the bits. I'm sorry, that's all I got. That's the only bit I have for you today. Hi.
I'm not practiced talking about your podcast yet, so as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, are any of these facts correct? I don't know. Is that what it's called? Is that really what it's called? Is it really about Steven Universe? Do you ever have those moments?
Yeah.
Every day, all the time.
I'm constantly questioning myself.
Sometimes I'm like walking up to my best friend's house and I'm like, does she really live here? Am I remembering correctly?
Just casually gaslighting yourself.
Yeah, you gotta, that's it's important.
That's called anxiety, hun.
Trust nobody, not even yourself or Squidward's
Especially.
house.
Robert and Charlie, your podcast, wait, when the fuck is this episode coming out?
10th, presumably.
Okay, I got it. So we're in between the trailer and the launch right now is when this is being announced.
Yes.
Okay, if you haven't listened to the trailer for The Bits yet, please do. In the meantime, Charlie and Robert, tell the listeners a little bit about your brand new spanking podcast.
We have a podcast that we do together. There will be many bits involved.
Many bits involved.
Some of which maybe French fries. I don't know. Are they?
You could like write down if you wanted to. Just a recommendation. You could write down a summary of what your podcast is about.
We do need one of those, in fact.
You can edit it so it sounds good. Just like work with it a little bit until you're really proud of it, and then like memorize it.
That's a thing that we need to do. In fact,
a hot tip. Yeah, you're new. You'll figure
we're
it out.
New.
So
we're queer.
We're reviewing a show about colonialism and slavery and gender stuff and what else is in Steven Universe? Like
gay space rocks.
Gay space rocks. Yeah, specifically gay space rocks.
French fries.
Show me a straight space rock and I will.
I mean, for one thing, they don't have gender. So I don't think I can show you a straight one.
So just by default, they're all gay.
Yeah, okay. by default. In fact.
Isn't Steven Universe the town that they're in based on Rehoboth Beach, Delaware?
I'm pretty sure. It's
based somewhere.
It's a place near and dear to my heart. Here, let me see if the internet confirms.
I mean, I know that the fictional state that they live in is Delmarva, which is Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia all combined.
If you live near the beach and you watch the news, it's like, welcome to Delmarva 9 o'clock news. It's like for the whole like Chesapeake Bay.
What were the 3 states again, Charlie?
Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia.
That's where I live.
Tri-state area.
Oh.
Yeah, the tri-state area.
It's funny. Okay, so here's a question. Robert, what state are you located in if you're willing to share that much private information?
I live in New York.
Oh, you live in New York. And Charlie, you live in Massachusetts. I almost said Manassas, which is a town near where I grew up. Do those states touch each other? Forgive me.
Charlie, are you touching me?
I don't believe so.
Are those states intimate?
Do you guys have tri-state areas?
Do we?
Do we?
What's your tri-state?
Do I have to look at a map of the United States?
So I know what states are between us because I had to drive through them when I went to go visit Charlie. There's Connecticut and there's Rhode Island.
Well, Rhode Island barely counts.
Is that it? Is that all that's between us?
That's all I had to drive
Is that the space
Rhode
between
Island
us?
is so small that it could be a fourth in your
stupid.
tri-state area.
I thought
what?
there was like more space between us. We are touching, in fact.
Oh, we're touching.
Oh my
Robert,
God,
we
you're
are
touching.
Oh.
So Robert didn't take the most direct path, I guess.
I just took whatever Waze told me to. Listen, going to Charlie's house is fucking weird. I get into Massachusetts and I'm like, okay, so I'll get to Charlie's house pretty easily. And it's like, no, take all these windy, windy back turns for like half an hour. I'm like, where the fuck am I going?
Maybe it took you away from the traffic? You ever thought about
Could be.
that one?
Yeah, by having me go through like wavy, curvy, backwards, forwards.
I'm actually gonna take my first opportunity to reel us in.
Already.
Through the
In the
Twilight
intro.
Zone, through the Ghost Zone.
I'll drink
through,
to that.
Me too.
Through Homeworld, through
Grace, what are you drinking? I'm mostly asking so that I can give you a warning about it.
I'm drinking Golden Monkey.
Ooh, I fucking
Careful.
love Victory. They're great.
Yeah, I'm going to be careful.
Aren't they 9.2%
Yeah.
alcohol?
Yep. I'm doing great.
I got really accidentally drunk with my dad and my brother on a Tuesday because the 3 of us split a 6-pack and we were all like, what the fuck? Are we super drunk right now? What's happening?
What is happening?
I got myself like a treat yourself beer at Stella's grocery today.
Nice.
If you live in the Richmond area, please check it out. I got New Realm Brewing Company's Batwit Crazy. Get it? Like batshit crazy, but it's a
Nice.
wit beer. It's like a Belgian style wit beer. And
That's
it's
cool.
fucking delicious.
Yummy.
I got this because I started my period today and my like tummy is a little upset. And a beer, contrary to popular opinion, for me, a beer is exactly what my upset tummy needs.
Good for you.
It's like eating bread. It's like, let me just soak up all of the sadness
Let me get
and
some
make it
fucking
bread in here.
carbohydrates. Let's fucking
Yeah, exactly.
go!
So it turns out that the beach city, which that's why I couldn't remember what it was called in Steven Universe, is based on Rehoboth Beach, Bethany Beach, and Dewey Beach, which are 3 neighboring beaches in Delaware.
Beach.
I've spent a shit ton of time at all those beaches, but there's no mountain in any of them. So I
Dewey
just want that to
Decimal
be clear.
System.
Mayor Dewey. Mayor Dewey.
Oh yeah. That's the
Do
name of
we
the fucking...
need to get to the chapter? Yeah, we do.
Nice.
Do we
Nailed
know what
it.
chapter we're looking at?
Okay, but wait. Did you guys finish describing the bits to the listeners?
Did we?
Okay.
I heard French fries.
Here, 15-second elevator pitch. If you want to hear 2 nerds talk about Steven Universe in not chronological, we're doing production order, right?
Yeah. Whichever order the wiki tells you to.
Whatever order the Wikipedia, we are at the whim of the Steven Universe Wikipedia, going episode by episode on a weekly basis, talking about Steven Universe.
Each 11-minute episode, okay?
Each 11-minute episode.
You know?
Yes. Well,
So I'm very excited because Steven Universe is a wonderful show. And if you haven't watched it already and you like mature animation, it's for kids, but it's like.
If you like children's animation that also appeals to adults, you'll like
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
It has depth, even in 11-minute segments.
you will have 2 different watch through experiences, because I only watched Steven Universe through once, including Future, literally as it all came out, and then I stopped. And Charlie has watched it like 6 times.
Like, 3 times all the way through, I think.
So like 6 times. Got it.
Grace, have you ever seen Steven Universe?
No, but I've heard so much about it. So I'm excited for this podcast and also to watch it.
I think you will like the vibes.
Yeah.
I think you will like the vibes. It's very wholesome.
To prep.
It's if you like things where the main character is a Hufflepuff.
If you like things, just stop, Charlie. If you like things.
This is another show
like
where it's a Hufflepuff main character.
We deserve that. We need more of that.
In my adulthood, like the Hufflepuff main characters, I just like get them more, you know?
Yeah.
Like, good for you.
Like
Percy,
like Stephen is the heart of the group. So like you need that energy.
There's a reason the song goes
Wait.
Garnet, Amethyst, and
Hey.
Pearl.
And Steven.
And Steven!
I just remembered.
Yes.
I just realized
Yes.
Good, 'cause
What?
I just
that
forgot.
okay, so Deus Ex Media Network has 4 fandom podcasts, and the main characters of 3 of them are Hufflepuffs.
Yes.
And the last one is Harry fucking Potter. How did I get in this darkest timeline where I'm the one with the Harry Potter podcast? Are you joking me?
We have
Bro,
Steven,
I was
we
going
have
to bring
Percy,
this up.
We have, who's the 4th one?
Aang.
Oh,
Aang,
yeah.
Percy, and Steven are all Hufflepuffs.
Oh my god,
You
well,
cannot
if they
convince
all
me otherwise. Robert,
if
we're
they
not
all
having this
team
argument.
together with Harry, then maybe they'll knock some sense into him.
I think they could.
Okay, but considering my cabbages is going to do Cora at some point, right?
Oh my
Okay,
god.
that's the other problem. Cora is
I'm
not a
way
Hufflepuff.
more of a Cora. Yeah.
What-
I'm a total Cora.
Where does Cora land? Because I
Gryffindor.
say...
She's a Gryffindor.
she's
But
such a
also, if you actually want to know the real answer to that question, check out our bonus episode about it from before I met Zach and Alex. Join our Patreon for $5 a month for our
I
monthly
don't
bonus
remember what you
episodes.
said in that.
I don't either, because it was literally 3 years ago. Can you believe there was a time where I didn't know Zach and Alex?
No.
Feels weird.
Yeah. Hi, me. I don't really know Zach and Alex. I like I said before we started recording, every time I learn new lore about people from the Deus Ex Media server, it's the same vibe as like when you learn dad lore, where he just gets really drunk one night and he's like, back in the 80s. I ran with a gang who had chihuahuas attached to their motorcycles. I'm like, when the fuck were you going to tell me this?
I had to...
When you said that, it reminded me of when my dad in my adulthood finally admitted to me that 1 year in college, he couldn't get his baseball scholarship or he was injured or something. And he spent the whole semester eating a whole pizza every single day and smoking a shit ton of weed. And I was like, you motherfucker. I knew you were a piece of shit. We're all a piece of shit at some point in our lives. We're all allowed to take that opportunity.
Hey, Christina, is that the Lost Prophecy?
Oh my God. Okay, great. Anyway, check out the first episode of The Bits on Friday. It's coming out in 2 days.
French Friday.
Go look at their
French
trailer
Friday.
and then hit that little plus sign or whatever you do in Spotify, I don't know, to subscribe to the show so that you'll know when the first episode drops.
Gently touch the subscribe button. We give consent.
No, I'm gonna smash that subscribe button.
Smash that fucking like button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Leave
Smash
a rating.
or pass it.
What else do obnoxious YouTubers say when they want people to watch their videos? Like
I don't know. Ask Fran.
oh, I'm telling Fran you called him an obnoxious YouTuber.
Okay, so chapter 37, The Lost Prophecy.
How is it lost? We found it.
I was gonna say
I
it's
don't
not
know,
really
man.
lost anymore.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, lost to the record, wink.
Wink. You know what else is lost to the record? Every fucking time turner.
Yeah, a lot of stuff got lost in the
Rip.
last chapter.
Rip every time Turner.
Also Sirius Black. If
Yeah.
you're doing rips, why don't we rip Sirius Black?
It's just Sirius Black.
Are you serious? No, I'm not, because he's dead.
He's dead.
Damn.
So Harry is reeling from the loss of Sirius Black, and he lands via Portkey in Dumbledore's quiet early morning office. Imagine how nice it would be to do yoga in this office on another morning.
Any other morning. Great.
The sun, a shaft of sunlight.
Listen, Dumbledore is a 100-plus-year-old homosexual. He definitely tries to do yoga.
Do all the portraits just stare at him as he does yoga?
I mean,
He's pretty spry. It's from the yoga.
yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, they give... Actually, it's like worse than working out in a studio with mirrors because all of the portraits from all around him are like, lift your back leg up a little more. Oh, you can stretch farther than that. Like, just heckling him.
Oh my goodness.
Harry's just, okay, well, we're just going to take a pause. And Harry's like, oh, God, oh, my God, everything just happened. I'm so fucking mad. Everything's my fault. And then the reader's like, it is totally your fault. And he's like, I know.
Harry's like, I'm a fucking dumbass.
It's not good to be Harry right now.
It
sucks.
I mean, you're a teenage boy. You probably are a fucking dumbass. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's not just a 15-year. He's not just a teenage boy. He's a 15-year-old teenage boy. That's extra love. Something about age 15 just activates like the extra dumbass like factor of a teenage boy.
Okay, real question. How old is Percy Jackson at the end of the original
series?
Okay,
I was gonna say.
Isn't he like 14 or 15?
At the end of the original series, like with the first 5 books, he's 16.
Yeah, at the last like couple chapters of the last book,
each one a year?
He turns 16. But for the majority of the last book, he is 15.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, that explains everything.
That explains so much about the Last Olympian.
Yeah. So anyway, Harry's pacing around Dumbledore's empty office because Dumbledore sent him off by himself.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Phineas Nigellus, Sirius' ancestor, is in the portrait being like, oh, great, don't tell me another message from my worthless great-great-grandson. And it's homie,
it's like
read the room.
Harry is very literally too mad to even speak.
Yeah.
And he's locked in.
He's just like a ball of like horrible, tragic energy right now. Like he's just like, I can imagine him this whole scene just walking up and down being like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many moments where I was just like, she can't make him say fuck. Like, if Harry could say fuck in this book, he would.
He would.
Yeah. In all caps.
Very much.
Listen, same vibes for Percy. And Aang would not say fuck, though. Aang could, but he wouldn't. Just because we're comparing...
I think he would drop it every once in a while to make people laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then...
He'd be like, you didn't think I'd say it, but I did.
Oh, God, who's the other Hufflepuff we were talking about? I forgot. It's...
Steven,
yeah.
Your own Hufflepuff.
Okay. Steven in future would say fuck.
Steven in future would say fuck, absolutely.
Not regular Steven Universe. You gotta get 16-year-old Steven.
Everybody says fuck in the future.
Anyway,
so the other portraits start to wake up, and Harry is like, "Oh, I'm not trying to deal with people. I forgot there's like technically people here." And so he tries to make a run for it, but the door is locked.
Yeah, he just wants to get the fuck out of there, and he's locked in.
And it's probably for the best. What would he have done? What would he have done right now if he wasn't locked in? Grace, what do you think?
I mean, he would have probably just done the same thing, but in a different room.
He would have fallen down the stairs, first off.
I know.
Oh, I know.
He's in a real volatile
the rotating
state.
Escalator stairs.
Yeah, Dumbledore's office.
Escalators. All I know is if the door's locked, if Harry was in like a good mind space right now, actually no, who the fuck am I kidding? I was gonna say he would have used Alohomora. He wouldn't. Harry,
probably not.
They use that spell mainly only in like the first book. Oh my god,
he doesn't even try. I didn't even realize that. He's so stupid, dude.
I mean, right now he's going through a lot of grief. Grief makes you stupid.
Yeah.
Are you a witch or not?
I mean, Harry's stupid on a good day, but like...
Right now, it's bad. There's nothing... His brain is also just going, fuck. It's like the SpongeBob we threw out his brain. But all of the time...
out his brain.
All the time... Oh, his name.
His name. Fuck.
All the tiny little Harrys are just like, fuck. Okay, so Dumbledore returns via fireplace. And he puts little burned baby Fox on his perch. He's going to be okay.
The most important thing is that Fox.
Yeah, he's going to be okay.
Fox is okay. Dumbledore, I mean, like, it is what you want to say, quote unquote, where you're like, I'm so sorry for your loss. There's no shame in what you're feeling. I think this is maybe a really cringe line that J.K. wrote where she's like, something like, the fact that you can feel pain, like, this is your greatest strength. I'm like, that's fucking cringe, bro. That's fucking cringe.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah?
You know what Harry says in response?
What?
He's gone!
Oh, Zoom protected us.
Did you peek?
I don't know what.
You must have peeked there.
Oh. He's gone!
Yeah. Zoom is protecting us.
Yeah,
but I do know what
we
you
got
said.
what you said. Yeah, we got it. They
This is
said
a Steve-
he's gone.
This is a Steven Universe meme.
It's a Steven
Okay.
Universe meme.
All right,
That doesn't
all
pay
right.
off till the literal end of the original series. Let's fucking go.
Okay. So Dumbledore's like, I know how you're feeling. And Harry's like, impossible, because no one has ever been as everlastingly angry as me.
No one
That's
has
such
ever
a
been a
15-year-old
teenage
vibe.
boy.
Yes, it is such a 15-year-old vibe. I remember when I was this age, I used to get in fights with my parents so often. I would go into my walk-in closet and I would lock
Brag.
the door and turn off the light and just like scream and like draw on the wall like angry things.
Aw.
And then I would hide it with my clothes.
Wow.
This is so interesting. Explains so much.
Everyone is angry when they're 15. Charlie, what's an angry thing you did when you were 15?
I don't know, screams.
Screaming.
I wasn't that
Harry's doing that
inventive.
right now. Grace,
Yeah,
what's
me
an angry
neither. I
thing
think-
you did?
I think
you
the
were a good
go-to
kid.
was like a punch/scream into a pillow situation.
Oh, great. A tiny little Grace just punching a pillow.
Just so weakly punching a pillow.
I remember you I know this isn't the same age bracket, but I remember you talking about how when you were like so little and your backpack was so big. Robert,
Wait,
what was the question I was just asking?
I said-
Everyone. What's something angry you did when you were 15?
Oh, fuck. Well, I did punch a tree once.
Oh, did that hurt you or
Bro.
the tree more?
Yeah, I fucked up my knuckles.
Yeah.
wasn't a good
I think the tree felt it too, emotionally.
I've only done one punch that was really worth it.
One
Ooh, tell
punch!
us.
It was when a guy cheated on me and I punched him once in the eye, just enough to give him a black eye and sprain my wrist.
Ooh.
And it was a very funny little combo tale. Everyone's like, oh, Christina, what happened to your wrist? And then they're like, ooh, Ryan, what happened to your eye? And then they're like, oh.
It's coming together.
I don't condone hitting, except for you get one hit if you get cheated on. That's how I feel.
So
That
it's
sounds
like
right.
this is making me think of like the Bella slap or Bella punch from was it Eclipse when Jacob kisses her?
Does she slap him?
No, I think she
Oh.
punches him actually, but it breaks her hands, right?
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
And it does-
I think
So-
she just like bounces off or
Yeah.
something.
Because she's so weak.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of Emma Watson punching what's his face Draco actor.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
his name. Fucking
Tom Felton.
Tom Felton.
There we go.
Good old puncheroo.
Yeah.
Good old puncheroo.
So Harry starts screaming and breaking things. Like,
I
this is
love
a
it.
move. Like, we're expressing our anger.
love
I kind of love
This
it
is-
too.
Yeah, this
He needed this. All book.
Dumbledore deserves to have to handle this situation
Yes.
right now. Like Harry, I wouldn't act like Harry's acting right now, but I would probably be yelling, and I think it's appropriate right now.
Me too.
Oh, so Dumbledore is like, well, you should be even madder at me. So let's sit down for a little story.
Oh my gosh, how lucky are we to get 2 chapters in a row with villain monologues?
Okay.
Well done, Grace.
But we were talking about this before the record. This is the Dumbledore that we needed in the Goblet of Fire scene. And not,
Oh, yeah.
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, like this Dumbledore would never do that. In a million, billion years. This Dumbledore would be like,
Yeah.
hey, man, that was probably my fault that your name got in the Goblet of Fire. Like, let's figure it out.
That's why that scene infuriates me. Because this is Dumbledore. He's a calm man who will just let you wreck his shit.
Dumbledore's like, I should have told you 5 years ago that I put your name in the Goblet of Fire.
It was me.
Tell Sassy.
There's this meme that's like because like the Flash's story, like the DC Flash's story is that the Reverse Flash went back in time and killed his mom, and that started blah blah blah. But there's this meme where people will dub over Reverse Flash and be like, "It was me, Barry. I'm the one who took the milk out of your fridge and let it spoil, causing you to lose your money going to the some stupid shit like that."
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Robert knows everything about memes.
not everything.
Robert runs a meme page, a famous one. Is it famous as popular?
It is
Kinda,
the-
yeah.
The
It is
Sam
the-
page.
I can confidently say I'm the number one meme page about Percy Jackson podcasts.
There you
It's
go.
like it's really niche, but like, you know,
Yeah.
the memes are strong.
It's very. Is it
memes are
niche or is it
strong
niche? I
in
thought
this
it was
one.
niche.
It's both, but to me, niche is like Nietzsche. Like it's too
Oh.
close. I've always said niche, but have I always said that? Now I'm like,
We
oh,
don't
tone
know.
and intonation. What do I say? I don't know.
I don't
Gaslighting
know.
yourself.
What are words? What are words? They're all made up anyway, so just
That's
do your
true.
best, you know?
All
Yeah.
words are made up.
And if someone tries to make fun of you for the way you talk, say, oh, you should talk to my friend Christina, and then tell them to slide into my DMs with their opinions. No, don't. Don't. Anyway, so Dumbledore's like, let's talk about why it's my fault that Sirius died. And Phineas Nigellus is like, excuse me?
He's like, excuse the fuck out of me.
Wait, what? He died? The last of the blacks?
He's literally the only one left that wasn't a girl, and fuck them girls, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I will.
He's like, you're telling me my shitty great-great-grandson is dead? I gotta go check this out myself.
And he does.
He does.
Yeah, Dumbledore's like, I should have told you what was up a long time ago. And, sir, I respectfully agree. You should have. You should have explained things a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is the episode, this is the chapter where Dumbledore explains himself. And why do we
Finally.
keep letting him do this? I don't know.
Because she wants this to happen. Because she wants to explain herself. But like,
Who?
You know who. You know
Daniel
who.
Radcliffe?
Wait, I think we started in the last episode calling her Butt. Like capital B-U-T-T, like that's her
Oh, we
name.
started a new name? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that episode hasn't released yet, but I did edit it today.
I can't keep up with this, okay?
This
So-
just in.
So, but
Is legs. Butt is legs.
Miss Buttface,
Madam Butterton.
you know, I mean, she's speaking through Dumbledore. We all know this. That's how it works.
Whatever, dude. Dumbledore is truly such a villain.
Yeah.
Like, he is lying so hard. He's like acting in this chapter like he's finally coming clean so nobly to Harry. And yet he manages to die without truly helping Harry with anything at all.
Yeah, and like it's so manipulative because
It's so manipulative.
He's like,
so
it's because I
performative.
love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
What
that
is that?
sucks.
What's that called? There's a word for that in manipulation. What's that called?
Love bombing?
Yeah, I love you
bombing.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just, I mean, I guess I was about to say that's inappropriate for a teacher student, but like I don't really. The language is like very innocent. It's like I
Yeah.
care about you.
There's like
Yeah.
a part in this where he's just like, I could have like basically sent you to die by like teaching you how to do occlumency
sending him to
myself. And
Yeah.
like Voldemort would have taken over you and made me kill you or whatever. It's like, bro, this is still the pig for the slaughter thing. Like,
Yeah.
like
He's still
literally,
doing that.
You're still doing it. Like, no matter what,
Yeah.
you're just keeping him
Yeah.
alive a little bit longer.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how is he saying that when he is literally doing that thing?
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like there like nothing but red flags in this conversation to me as an adult. It's like, I thought that by not telling you that Voldemort would try to get into your head, that would avoid Voldemort getting into your head. And it's like, what might have helped that is like any awareness in my head that was a possibility. Like, he is acting. When I was a kid and I read this, sorry, I'm raising. But when I was a kid and I read this, I was like, this is very convincing to me. I understand this. And like, I feel like that's fucking dangerous, dude. That's like a dangerous,
Yeah.
this is a dangerous thing to make kids think is cool.
I agree.
Very dangerous to let the kids think it's okay to a girl boss too close to the sun. I love how this part is just pretty much Dumbledore being like, "Oh no, the consequences of my actions."
The actions of my consequences. Oh my god, that's so funny because like this is really random, but like a thing I correct in like the books that I edit a lot is when people say reactions to something before it happens. Like I gasped when he walked into the room, and I'm like, "Yo, show me him walking in the room." And then we'll all gasp together.
He walked into the room and then
the original version of that is the actions of my consequences.
The actions of my consequences.
Okay, let's sit down so Dumbledore can explain himself. And I'm sorry about my little dumb wink rant. But please feel free to weigh in with any other Dumbledore takes in this chapter, because this is a Dumbledore chapter, and eventually we're gonna do a fucking character study on him, and I'm making notes.
Dumbledore, more like Dumblebore, am I right?
Yeah,
Dumbledore.
Right. All of these things.
Dumbledore for Grindelwald, and then that like fucked everything up.
Okay, so Dumbledore guessed when Harry was the boy who lived on the night of the attack that he might have forged a connection like between himself and Voldemort, or like Voldemort forged a connection by trying to kill Harry. And then lately, Dumbledore's been starting to worry that Voldemort is realizing that that connection exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, Harry this whole time has like super not known what was happening to him.
When has Harry known anything that, even when it's spelled out for him, when has he ever known?
But listen, for example, last year during the Goblet of Fire, Dumbledore didn't know what was happening. Harry went along with that, and that I feel was a mistake. Like that Harry had to still go along with the tournament. But Dumbledore literally didn't know what was happening. But Dumbledore's supposed to be Harry's guardian. And he had all of the information this year, and he provided none of it. Like 0% information did he give.
Yeah.
I'm mad at him.
Me too. It's a terrible strategy.
Honestly, if you're listening to this, and God, I hope you are, please email restrictedsectionpod@gmail.com and tell me what you think about Dumbledore, because I would love to read it on our, what do I call it? Oh, the group therapy episode for this book. I'd love to talk a little bit more about Dumbledore, kind of like at the end of this book, at the end of the next book, and then at the end of the next book. Because he's such a controversial character.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of controversy, Dumbledore is like, yeah, so the reason Sirius died is because none of you were nice to Creature. You know, you're fucking slave. You guys weren't nice to him. I told you to be nice to him. If you're going to use Grimmauld Place as a base, you should be nice to him. You should be nice to your slaves, and it's because you weren't nice to your slave that he died. I'm like, ugh.
It's just so bad.
Dude, Dumbledore, quote, be nice to your slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked. Okay, sorry. Everything about this is making me so mad. So, Creature lied about Sirius being home that night because last summer, or maybe over Christmas, I don't remember, Sirius yelled at Creature to get out. And Creature was like, more like, gotta get out of town. And
don't mind if I do.
He went to Narcissa Malfoy because she's a black, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In fact,
She's
her
and
maiden name is
Bellatrix.
Black.
Her and Bellatrix are Sirius's cousin, right?
Yes.
Hold on, a little interlude while I get my next beer. Feel free to say something. As always, feel free to say something.
I will
Test
never
is a
say a
multi-stage
word
aerobic capacity
on this podcast.
test designed to get more difficult as it progresses.
What?
Okay. So, Creature couldn't tell the Malfoys, like, the location of the Order of the Phoenix because Secret Keeper. Mm-hmm. But he did tell the Malfoys that basically Sirius and Harry were toit.
Yeah.
Toit.
Which I guess isn't obvious to the outsiders. So that day, well, no, earlier today, when Harry tried to, like, go through Umbridge's fire to check on Sirius, Creature had hurt Buckbeak so that Sirius was taking care of him all the way upstairs when Harry checked in.
I'm so mad.
What did he do to Buckbeak?
This is so upsetting.
Yeah.
Ambiguously hurts Buckbeak. Okay, but how? Why? Why would you do this?
Is Buckbeak okay?
Is Buckbeak okay?
I feel like we really glossed over that.
Do we see Buckbeak again?
Yeah. He, doesn't he move back to school in the next book? And Hagrid's like, they don't know it's the same one.
They gave him a new name, Witherwings.
Yeah, Witherwings.
Oh
right. Hagrid just like puts a hat on it on Buckbeak. He's like, see, new hippogriff.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new hippogriff. His name, what was his name? Featherwing? What the fuck?
Witherwings.
Because we
Even
gotta
though
have
his wings
another.
are not
We gotta
withered.
have a WW instead of the BB.
Okay, but
I don't know.
Alliteration only.
how does Buckbeak fly with her wings? No.
Oh my god, is Buckbeak trans? Is that what we're getting at?
Yes! Buckbeak is trans.
Buckbeak.
With her wings, wink. That sounds like a presidential slogan.
Yeah.
Buckbeak from Harry Potter. Blackjack from Percy Jackson. Shaking hands, both trans.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god.
See, one of these, we actually have a pronoun change, though, actively. So,
One of these is actually canon, and one of these,
even though it
if
was
Joanne,
an accident.
and one of these, if Joanne got her hand on, would be like, yeah, see, Buckbeak was trans the whole time. I'm like, shut the fuck up, don't talk.
Don't!
Oof.
Yeah.
So Dumbledore's like, honestly, Creature deserved better, and
Honestly, treat your slaves better. This whole
treat your
thing,
slaves better.
this whole thing is Sirius's fault.
Yeah, he's implying. Yes, he's explaining facts, but also implying that Sirius did something bad. So Harry's extremely defensive, obviously, because maybe Dumbledore shouldn't even be talking about Sirius right now. Honestly,
Harry's like, Sirius did nothing wrong. Come on.
Ever in his life.
ever in his life.
I know this, and that's why I love you.
So then Harry, he's just really mad, and I really get it. Like I've definitely been this mad before, where it's like, what is the next thing I can say, even if it's not the subject at hand. And Harry's like, well, what about Severus fucking Snape?
Yep.
And Dumbledore's like, Professor Snape.
And Harry's like, fuck Snape. Why? Like, why was he not helping? And Dumbledore was like, well, because Umbridge was watching.
Yeah, like, don't act like you don't know why.
Yeah.
Harry, please use a singular brain cell. Umbridge was watching. That's why he couldn't help. But the moment you left with Umbridge, he gathered
he did everything right, apparently.
Yeah, he like gathered the Order of the Phoenix and was like, hey, shit's going on.
He's the reason that Harry didn't like freaking die in the Department of Mysteries. So
Yeah.
I guess
Yep, he is.
I guess Snape doesn't totally suck.
I mean, listen,
he did one thing right.
On a technicality.
Listen, anything Snape does right is just automatically negated because the girl he liked, who he called a slur, wouldn't fuck him.
No,
Yep.
he was in love with
true.
James. Isn't that the thing that we go with now? That he in fact was in love with James?
Both are valid and both are also bad.
I mean, yes. Correct.
Every time he looks at Harry and he's like, oh, you have your mother's eyes. I'm like, he's thinking about a girl who he called a slur who wouldn't fuck him. I'm like, there's so many, like, please no.
His very last moments of life, he tells Harry to look at him.
He's thinking
That
about
is
fucking
gross.
those eyes.
Listen.
PSA, you don't fuck the eyes, okay?
Listen, I mean, as much as I don't like Snape, I mean, you gotta give that last request. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, so Harry accuses Severus Snape of like a lot of things, but the only real thing that he accuses him of is that like the occlumency lessons felt harmful instead of helpful, which is valid because they felt not only harmful but abusive.
Yeah, they did.
Snape was like, I'll help you, but I will also cause like neurological warfare.
Yeah, the issue is that the
Geneva. I'm sorry. Wait. Geneva Conventions, more like Geneva Suggestions. All right, continue.
But the occlumency lessons were like harmful as they were happening, but then they stopped, and that was also harmful. So everything was just terrible.
Everything's harmful here.
Everything is
Harmful
harmful to Harry. How I forget where the fuck I heard this, but like when the events of Chamber of Secrets were happening, it was only when Ginny got taken that they're like, shit, we gotta shut down the school. I'm like, no, homie, you shut down the school the minute one person gets fucking petrified.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not a Harmwarts.
Harmwarts.
Nailed it.
Basically, Dumbledore is like, I trust Snape, and that's final.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
we're like, okay, bitch. I fucking guess. And then Dumbledore is like, okay, that was only my pre-confession. Get ready for my real confession.
Yeah.
These are my confessions.
I wrote down it's the opposite of a villain monologue, but like you are right that Grace, that it literally is a villain monologue.
It is.
It's literally Dumbledore being like, "It was me. I was behind everything the whole time."
Dumbledore's a Bond villain right now.
Oh
Like-
my god!
Like
he wishes.
I'm sorry,
I
he
bet
has
likes Bond
Harry
movies.
trapped in this room, and he's like, "No, I have to tell you my secret plan before."
Oh my god, Grace, I was reading Blood and Brujeria today, a Wildling book that's coming 2024, and there's that scene where no spoilers, but the bad guy does walk out slow clapping, and I'm like, nice, excellent villain move.
Slow clapping, like his own actions, or like
Just like, the
It's
plan,
me.
the plan where you're in my plan now. Yeah, hello,
Yep, welcome.
It's me.
Welcome to the plan.
ah shit. Hello, it's me.
I don't know why welcome to the plan is so funny. I'm gonna start every meeting with that from now on. Okay, so Dumbledore, Albus, Wulfric, Brian, I see it's like you can't even condescendingly use his middle name because it makes him sound
It's
kind
funny.
of epicer. Dumbledore, dumb ass, is like, I knew the Muggles would be terrible when I left you with them, but I didn't care about that. And you're alive, aren't you? So I defend that choice.
Feels like you're welcome in a way.
You're welcome.
In a way, I'm actually the good guy. No, you're not.
You're not.
He's like, what's he like? He's like, yeah, you have to endure all the neglect and everything, but is this where he's like, you're safe as long you can call the Dursleys home, or is that like the next book?
Yeah, that's literally right.
No, that's here.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's now.
It's happening right now.
Oh god.
Welcome to the plan.
Welcome
it.
to the plan. If you can keep calling your abusive household a home, you said abusive household, but it's still a household, then you're still under Lily's protection, right? Like,
Yeah,
he gives the
so-
whole spiel, right?
What happened to
Yeah.
secret keepers or that whole bullshit? Can we not just hide this child somewhere else?
Well,
Please?
somebody had to raise him, and it's not going to be Dumbledore. He kills children. Remember what happened to Ariana?
Let's give him to a different wizarding family.
Let's give
Listen,
him
no,
to an
listen.
actual adult.
Okay. I really want us to pay attention to this love magic bullshit because I read this whole series in the last couple months, and I read the rest of the whole series, and I am at no point for 1 second in the entire book series does the love magic make one lick of fucking sense to me.
You want J.K. Rowling to explain her magic system? What do you want, a competent writer?
It's not even close. Like, pick up a wand and say a word and a spell comes out of it. Yes, but the love magic. Okay, it's just it's just so bad. Okay, so
it's love
Dumbledore-
and blood magic. It's a combination of
blood.
the two. That's the weird
love
thing.
blood,
Blood.
wink, vampire romance novel
Yep.
that I've. Okay. Okay. So the love basically what happened is Lily died to save Harry. I just
It was
want
a
to make
sacrifice. Sacrificial love magic. Okay.
sacrifice. But did she have to perform a spell, or is it something that
I
happened?
think it's just intentionally dying for Harry causes
Yeah,
that.
so
Which has
here's-
never happened in the history of forever
exactly.
to
So,
any other person.
so the next logical question is, if you are it's only bloodline, it's only familial that this magic activates when you're willing to die for someone in your family.
Okay.
Why were Lily and Harry not protected when James died for them?
Seriously.
I don't fucking know. Dude, I don't fucking know.
I mean, I guess
Like-
Lily wouldn't have been protected.
I
But
mean,
why was
listen,
Harry not doubly protected by both of his parents?
James, my homie James Potter, was really about to go up against the most evil dark wizard of all time with just these hands. I don't understand how that's not good enough magic.
My goodness.
Yeah, I really feel like if this kind of love magic is a thing, it is not a unique or special thing that Harry has. People die for other people. That happens, that's
Yeah.
not a crazy once in a million years thing. Other people would have this kind of magic.
The only thing that I could think of is that there was some sort of spell from Lily happening.
I mean,
She was supposed to be good at charms.
I mean, she was a very bright witch.
a
Was.
Rippity pippity.
I mean,
Yeah,
my
I
brain
don't
is
know,
just
man.
going to like the Christian allegory of it all, where it's like,
No.
of course, it has to be.
Oh yeah, the mother's sacrifice. Did Mary die for Jesus? What happened?
No,
I don't.
that
like-
didn't happen.
but
She
like-
gave
I'm
up
like-
her virgin status for
But
Jesus.
like, like the holy mother of it all, like, and like
The Holy Mother.
like the man doesn't matter. Who cares about him? It's all about like the mom and the son
Mother
relationship,
and child. Yeah, I see what
Mary
you're
and
saying.
Jesus
Listen.
and all that bullshit.
Listen, I also have a Once Upon a Time podcast, and when somebody pointed out to me the parallels of the mother of the Savior character being named Mary, I like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Your podcast is what made me know that fact, and I hate it. But also,
Yeah.
why is David the shepherd then? Why is David just like King David from the Bible instead?
You
Joseph.
know,
I don't know enough Bible stuff.
Anyway, listen to Entering Storybrooke. Okay. Harry now, in order to keep that love magic protection spell alive, he has to go back to live in Petunia's home. It has to be like once a year for like approximately like 2 weeks or 4 weeks is like the minimum, because that's how long he always like has to stay there.
I don't understand how this works. Is there like a visa? Does like Dumbledore have his location? Like what?
Yeah,
How does this work?
it's the amount of time or whatever that he has to spend there that makes it be like, what?
It feels
Or-
very
I
random.
think the problem is that he never actually considers it a home, though. Like,
Yeah,
you
me
need
too.
to make the house
Like,
a
at
home
all.
At all
for
ever.
it to make sense. Like,
this is not the stove I know.
I went
What
to...
the fuck is that reference?
That's a SpongeBob reference.
This grill is not a home. This is not the stove I know.
Oh, shit.
I want to invoke, my favorite Greek goddess, Hestia, where, like, she would think that this is total...
Hestia would not appear at
Exactly.
the
hate
Dursley
it.
She think this is bullshit.
She can't get through the fireplace.
because they have it
She
boarded
can't.
up.
She can't get through. That's how you know this house is not a home. The fireplace is boarded up. It's a fake fucking fireplace. There is no hearth in this
Okay,
home.
just saying that my personal fireplace at my home is boarded up for safety reasons.
That's different.
That's
That's
different.
different. Your house
we
is
build
a-
fires in the backyard, so Hestia is still welcome.
I've been to your home. Your home is very much a home. It's got its own
Thank
warmth
you.
and hearth.
Oh, what a
to it.
compliment.
But like that's what I'm saying here. Like the protection magic ain't being blessed by Hestia, goddess
The
of
magic.
home
No,
and
it's
hearth.
not. And I
Just
think
saying.
Harry also refers to Hogwarts as his home
His
more
true
than
home.
once.
Yeah. Wasn't that also a thing in like Chamber of Secrets or Prisoner of Azkaban where he's like, why can't I just stay at Hogwarts full time? And they're like, because you can't. Fuck you.
Because fuck you, yeah. I would like it better if it was something like really specific. Like once a year, Harry has to high five Aunt Petunia in order to keep the
Yes.
spell
True
going.
love's high
Where
five.
it's like,
Once a year, Harry has to go have a very uncomfortable family dinner with the Dursleys.
There you go.
Where no one talks other than like Vernon spouting a bunch of like racism and sexism.
So
for,
it's
like, 2
Wizard
hours.
Thanksgiving.
Wizard Thanksgiving. Just give Harry a Wizard Thanksgiving once a year, and that's it. That's all you need.
so it turns out that Dumbledore's the one who sent the Howler. Remember my last Petunia.
It still doesn't make sense to me.
Remember my last what?
Like
My
that
last
still
what?
makes no fucking
it's
sense.
Dumbledore.
It's a nonsense message.
Dumbledore, your last what? Your last
Your last-
message? Your last warning? Like, when the fuck have you spoken to Petunia?
Your last dance. Right when I said that, I tried putting a cookie in my mouth and it fell out. And so Petunia knows all of this, and like I guess it's supposed to be like incredible of her that she tried to keep Harry alive in this small way.
Did she?
Technically, yes.
Homie, they were starving him in a bunch of the books, actually. When
She-
I think
she
early
was
on.
starving him his
the
whole
word I
life.
said, the word I said was alive, and he literally is. You can't
Neither
deny
can
it.
live while the other survives. Hey!
I always love the interpretation of the prophecy where it's like, oh, only Harry and Voldemort can only die to each other. Like, I do like that interpretation.
No, but it's
That's
also
how it
that like
works.
they can't like fully live their lives. They can only just survive. They can't
can
live to
only
the
just survive.
fullest until one of them is dead.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk back in memory lane. This is a flashback episode. Remember book 1, Sorcerer's Stone?
Yeah, times were simpler back then.
guys
Remember that
you guys
time in your
remember-
podcast when there were like how many people in a room
So long ago.
surrounded by one microphone? Like,
Dumbledore's like, can't you see the flaw in my plan? And we're like, no, we're not
Oh my
following.
This is the most frustrating conversation of
Yeah.
Oh yeah, isn't this
everything.
the part where he's like walking through? He's like, yeah, after the trauma you survived the first year, I couldn't tell you. The second year, I couldn't tell you. Third year, I couldn't tell you. Fourth year, with Cedric Diggory dead, you being like Voldemort's back. I'm like, I still can't tell him.
Yeah. Yep.
like,
That's what he
you
says.
Were too young.
He's like,
you were too young. Old habits. Someone died.
well, he was like, Dumbledore's like, honestly, Goblet of Fire was kind of a lot, right? And the readers are like, you know what? You're right.
You're
No,
right.
you're right. That was kind of
But
a
the
lot.
most frustrating part is the whole time he's like, you still don't get it?
Yeah, you still don't get it. He says, can't you see? I cared about you too much to tell you anything ever.
Gaslighting.
So stupid.
Gaslighting.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Basically, I recommend, like, the way that you just summarized this section, Robert, like, that's how it should have been written. There's no need for this conversation to take, like, 3 solid pages.
Yeah.
Like, just like, I didn't want to tell you sooner, but now I'm telling you. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need the flashback
we
episode.
need to get this book to like 900 pages. She didn't get it to 900 pages, but like it's close to damn enough.
Order of the Phoenix. I remember I said
870.
that the last time I was here, where I think it was the most difficulty I had getting through one of the Harry Potter books.
Of course.
Same.
870. Just like objectively, technically, physically, it's the most trouble you had getting
The
through
first
it.
3 were like young adult size, like 400 pages or whatever. Goblet of Fire pushed it up to like 500, 600, whatever. And then Order of the Phoenix is like, hey, fuck you, here's almost 1,000 pages. I'm like, why?
So in publishing, we talk about books in terms of word count. And so like, because pages are like formatted differently. I know that like in the same book series, it's not, but like, I just want to get some perspective. The Sorcerer's Stone word count was 77,000 words. And I remember Googling this in the last episode. Order of the Phoenix word count is 260,000 words.
Oh my God.
That's too
But
long.
those are rounded numbers, but
Too long.
it is too long.
Don't
Yep,
like it.
you're right about that. So you've proven you can tell a story in 77,000 words, but you're taking 257,045 words instead.
Don't like it.
It's just so self-indulgent.
Yeah, Wildling, like, literally would never look at a book that long in a million years.
No, just don't have the time, really.
We don't have the time. We max it out at, like, 125,000 if it's so good and, like,
Yeah.
really deserves it. Mm-hmm. So Voldemort tried to kill Harry's baby because there's a prophecy about them. Voldemort doesn't know the full contents of the prophecy, but he tried to kill Harry anyway and hoped that it would do the trick, but it did not. That's why Voldemort wants the whole prophecy, so he can, like, figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And we learned that the orb that got smashed was only a copy of the actual prophecy. The real one lives on in Dumbledore's memory. So it's not a lost prophecy. It's a lost governmental copy of a prophecy. It's like a record.
so,
Yeah.
Oh my God, we threw out the prophecy!
so we don't have the birth certificate for the prophecy, but the prophecy still exists.
We don't have the USB backup for the prophecy. So he takes out his little memory in his little memory basin, and he puts his little memory in his little
You
memory
could
basin.
have just told him,
I know.
but instead we
The
had
drama.
to be it's literally the drama. The drama. We have to have Trelawney in the room tell us the prophecy in her little shawl and her big bug-eyed glasses. Like,
I think she's spinning, too. I don't remember exactly.
Something like that.
Whoa.
wait,
She's just like
so
spinning
much
in a
funnier,
circle.
actually. Like her just like spinning on top of the pensieve, like and telling the prophecy.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have the book in front of them?
I do to read the prophecy?
You want to do a dramatic reading?
Yeah.
All right. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, born to those who have thrice defied him, born as the 7th month dies. And the Dark Lord will mark him as his equal, but he will have power the Dark Lord... Holy shit, I can't read. The Dark Lord knows not, and either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord will be born as the 7th month dies. So I'm reading because I couldn't find it, I just looked it up on the Wikipedia.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So the prophecy could have been Harry or Neville.
Oh yeah, this is where we find that out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all read there's a bunch of really good fanfic of what if Neville was the chosen one instead.
Yeah. Have I told y'all that when I went to LeakyCon, the one time I went to LeakyCon, there was a live performance of this musical, but it wasn't a full on musical yet. It was just
Were you watching Harry and the Potters?
No. It was they were just performing the songs and shit in front of microphones, and it was what Neville and the rest of the gang were doing while Harry and them were off fighting the Horcruxes.
Yeah.
It was named after Neville being the other chosen one or something. I've totally forgotten all of this information, but it was very good, and it was going to explore more of Neville and Luna's relationship, and also Ginny. And it was very cool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prophecy could have been Harry or Neville, but the prophecy says Voldemort will mark the one, and then he chooses Harry as the bigger threat, therefore making the prophecy about him.
I want to imagine that J.K. Rowling intended for some to keep it vague and never reveal how Voldemort chose, to be oh, Voldemort looked deep within him. I want to imagine he flipped a coin.
Yeah.
Just
eeny, meeny, miny,
no, maybe
moe.
he was going to go to both houses. He just went to Harry's first.
He just went to Harry's first. What if... Okay.
I thought he did go to Harry's because he's a half-blood.
Well, that's what Dumbledore says anyway.
Yeah, why do you believe
he
what
does say
Dumbledore
that?
says?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I made a mistake.
Other AU where Harry, Voldemort goes to Neville's house first, kills his parents, marks him, and then goes to Harry's to kill his parents and marks him. 2 chosen ones. Let's go.
The chosen ones. I love that.
The chosen
They
two.
need each other. Oh.
They're chosen to, and they're gay now.
And they're gay!
Why not? Okay, so
I've never thought about.
Dumbledore is oh, your heart saved you some bullshit that I'm not following at all.
Yeah.
And then basically neither can live while the other survives. And Harry's so one of us is gonna kill the other one. And Dumbledore's yeah, by the way, you didn't pick you to be a prefect because
Oh my
you
god.
already deal with a lot of bullshit. And the reader's
my
what?
goodness.
That
Are you
ending.
talking about prefects right now?
Why?
And then he's crying. And then
Yeah.
he's crying.
Homie is
God.
just crying. This is what emotionally broke Dumbledore. I think he's I couldn't make you prefect because you already have too much going on.
That's so unimportant right now.
Why are we even here, bro?
Yeah.
I couldn't make you prefect. I'm sorry. And Harry is just just lost my godfather. I found out I'm prophesied to either kill this dude or he kills me. I don't give a shit about the prefect.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot.
I almost feel I think every single step of this chapter is a manipulation tactic, and this line is no different.
Yeah.
I feel Dumbledore's I'm gonna throw one more sorry on the pile to make you oh man, I know that probably really bothered you 10 months ago. And I felt bad about that this whole time that I was thinking about how you're probably gonna die someday.
God.
Oh my god.
What's the vibe on Dumbledore right now, Grace?
Bad. Mad.
Mad.
I'm mad at him.
And a little bit sad.
Yeah, just damn, dude. You, at so many turns, could have made such better decisions.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
The more you'll go through this podcast, the more I don't want to reread these books.
Yeah, it's
The
bumming
funny
me out.
part-
Same.
The funny part is, I think when Harry, quote unquote, dies and meets Dumbledore, in like heaven platform 9 3/4 or whatever, Dumbledore is like, yeah, I fucked up a bunch. And Harry is like, yeah, it's okay. I forgive you. You did your best.
No.
I'm like, no, he didn't do his fucking best. Are
he
you
did
kidding me?
his best.
Don't forgive him.
At the beginning of the next book, Harry is not really grieving Sirius that hard, and he's not really that mad at Dumbledore. Like, it's just like, well, what's the next thing?
Oh my god.
He grieved
though I
Cedric more than he grieved Sirius.
Yeah.
A boy that he barely knew, but was probably in love with.
Grieve Cedric, give him a whole ass speech at the end of the year. It's a good thing. Hey, y'all, he would definitely, if he did survive that night during the Triwizard Tournament, he would totally never deflect to the Death Eaters and kill Neville Longbottom.
I hate that you're mentioning this.
Yeah, when Dumbledore
That
is
was the
like,
dark timeline.
Cedric died, a true friend and hero, and like blah blah blah. I'm like, homie, no. It turns out he was one bad day away from becoming a wizard Nazi.
Wait, one bad day?
Apparently, and the bad day in question is
Like-
losing the Triwizard Tournament. I'm
just thinking of Batman now. It only takes one bad day, right, Robert? Right?
Yeah, it only takes
For
one bad
Batman
day.
to become like the Joker? Huh?
If you're having a bad day, DM me and I'll send you one meme.
one singular meme. That's all you get.
That's all you
Wasn't
get.
that the point of that comic though? Is that like it didn't actually take one bad day for Batman to become like the Joker? Like that he couldn't?
No, so the point of the Killing Joke is that the Joker is technically correct. It did take one bad day for each of them to turn into Batman and Joker, but what they did with that one bad day and how they like developed themselves as humans is the difference. Joker is like, I'm just gonna cause trouble because I can, and Batman's like, well, I'm gonna try and prevent another 8-year-old from ever losing their parents again, even though so many fucking children get orphaned in the Batman comics. It's fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh, yikes.
And they
When
all
you see what
become
happens
Robin.
to orphans, they become Harry Potter. Oh.
And they all become the two genders, Robin or Harry Potter.
Listen.
That ain't bad.
Listen. Harry as a Robin, and then who would be the Batman? Is Sirius Black the Batman in this situation?
No.
Who's the Batman?
Neville.
Obviously, it's Rob Pattinson. What do you think?
Cedric.
makes sense.
And then Harry
Cedric
is
Diggory.
Robin.
I still have not watched the Batman with
With Robbie?
Yeah.
Robbie Boy, but like
I enjoyed
hear
it
it's
quite a
okay.
bit.
I hear it's
I
okay.
enjoyed
It's a
it.
detective movie. That's what it is.
Are you
Yeah.
wait? You're fucking. It's a detective movie, like an actual detective movie.
I mean, like it's a superhero movie, but it's a
Okay, like,
detective movie. Like
is it detective in like a Sherlock Holmes way, or is it detective in like a Knives Out
it's
way?
as in they're
Knives
trying.
Out.
Yeah, it's as in they're
I'm
trying.
sold.
To
I'm gonna
make
watch it this weekend.
Like actual comic book Batman, who is based on Sherlock Holmes, like a detective.
So anyway,
Sorry.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
It's a garbage fucking book that's too goddamn long.
this is why we're talking
So-
about Batman instead.
Robert, what's the vibe on Dumbledore right now?
Very trying to make himself the victim to the kid who he just told, hey, you're gonna either kill Wizard Hitler or he's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm thinking of my therapist explaining to me the trauma triangle of like abuser, victim, rescuer, right? Like
Yeah.
like in a lot of abusive situations, it's like there's that triangle, and I'm like, so Dumbledore's the victim, Voldemort's the abuser, and then Harry's the rescuer.
But Harry can't rescue himself.
Yeah, he definitely can't. That's the whole point of why Dumbledore's keeping him alive to die. So anyway, I'm mad at Dumbledore. Charlie, what's the vibe on Dumbledore?
I this is why I don't want to reread these books, because I'm like the more I think about it, the more I'm mad. So
Yeah.
Like I want this book series, but if Minerva McGonagall was the headmaster, like what are we doing
Exactly.
in that
I think
world?
the thing is, one, it wouldn't have been written by you know who, that woman, that
Right.
bitch, Madame Buttface.
Yeah, nice.
Her name now, Madame Buttface.
Yeah, totally.
And Harry would have lived a normal life, with McGonagall as his mother. Honestly, that's who should have been raising him, is Minerva McGonagall. He would have learned that women are powerful,
Women are
Yeah.
powerful.
He would have appreciated his relationships with women a little bit more. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
mean, the way that Dumbledore sets up this whole conversation, he's like, I'm about to blame myself. And it's like, at no point is he blaming himself. He is even blaming, like, Trelawney for picking the Hog's Head.
Oh my God,
for
you're
their
totally
interview.
right.
And I'm like, tell
He's
me.
like, because it's cheap and she was poor.
Yeah, he's like blaming her. And it's like, tell me, have you ever gone to a job interview and been like, no, I'll pick the place?
No?
No.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's so
stupid,
funny.
dude.
Yeah, he really doesn't blame himself. He does like another manipulation tactic where he's like, I'm sorry I love you so much. Like, I'm sorry I did all these things for you. And it's like, that's not healthy communication. That's not how we talk to each other.
Why
No.
does this? This literally sounds like an abusive parent.
It
like-
is.
It pretty much is.
It's abusive grandpa.
Well, I'm sorry you're prophesized to maybe die, but did you ever think about how I feel about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
weeping
I'm not
into
gonna get
his
into my own
hands.
trauma, but this feels too close to home. Yeah.
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 Yeah. In the illustrated edition of this book that I have, there is a really beautiful illustration of like a very heavily grieving Harry and Dumbledore sitting on like opposite sides of a desk. Like it's actually like, I think like a very evocative illustration by Jim Kay, who is an illustrator that I've liked in other things. Anyway, I'll post that on Instagram anyway.
Yay.
Good.
Like the illustration is like more tragically beautiful than this chapter is for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I remember sending you a message, Christina, like, yeah, this is one of my favorite moments in this book. And it's not the rest of this chapter. It's just Harry trashing Dumbledore shit. I want to say
Yeah.
that
It feels
that is
good.
very important to me, is the fact that Harry gets to let out all of those emotions that he's been having in this book and just gets to trash it all while Dumbledore's just like, okay, I deserve this.
Yeah, it's less I get that feeling and more I'm like, yeah, when Harry leaves, Dumbledore's gonna flick his wand real quick and everything's gonna go back to where it was. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
problem. He probably should have decked Dumbledore in the face, to be honest.
punch like father, like son, go up against a powerful wizard with just these hands.
Because we know Dumbledore
So
cannot
stupid.
heal that as easily. He would have had to go to Madame Pomfrey for that.
We also know, I guess, that if he did, I think if Harry did like try to just punch Dumbledore, Dumbledore can't really hurt him.
Physically, I mean, I think Dumbledore can like grab his wrist. That's like the move he would do, is be like, "Which, you're not gonna hit me, bitch." Like,
I don't think Dumbledore could win in a fist fight.
I think he would let himself get hit a couple times and be like, "I know how to take a punch. How do you think my nose got this way?" Remember they always talk about how crooked.
Oh my
it
god,
is.
breaks his nose again.
Harry throws a right hook straight in Dumbledore's nose. He's like, "Oh my god, Harry, thank you."
I could smell.
No magic for 60 years has been able to heal my nose. But that right hook.
He's like, you fixed my deviated septum.
And then Harry punches him again just to put
like,
it back
"No."
in the other place.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that we've come to an elaborate headcanon of Harry just beating the shit out of Dumbledore, because that would feel
He
good right
needs
now.
it. He really does.
We all need it. That's the end of the chapter. Robert, do you have any like final notes or like favorite moments or things you just want to be like, hey, look at this?
This chapter could have maybe been 2 chapters. You could have had like the grieving moment, and then you could have had Dumbledore explaining
Or it could
to
have been
Harry.
shorter.
It
could
could have
have been
happened a lot
shorter.
shorter. It could have happened a lot
There are
shorter.
already 900 plus pages in this book. You could cut that down.
You could just like
considerably
not
more.
tell him for another year. And then
Oh
like
yeah, why don't we
not?
just not tell him for another year?
Yeah.
Just
Keep it
have
going.
Dumbledore out loud be like, I have something I think I should tell you. Nah, you know what? I still don't want to.
and then he waits till next year, and guess what? He can't next year.
Nah, he waits like literally as he's about to get a Avada Kedavra. He's like, Harry, you have prophecy.
Oops.
You can't. The listeners can't see you, Robert, doing a dramatic "I just got shot" move.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Snape's like, shit, maybe I should have waited. I thought you already told him.
Charlie, do you have any final thoughts or words or feelings?
I mean, I feel like I explained my final thoughts that Harry should have just decked Dumbledore a couple times. Like,
yeah, that's a good final
that's
thought.
That's what I need in my soul right now. Just like break those
What?
crescent moon shaped glasses.
Charlie, you're what? You're a ginger. You're what?
I'm just gonna leave now because Robert is making fun of me again.
I mean, that's literally our dynamic, buddy.
Yeah, Robert likes to bully me.
Yeah.
That's what you'll get on our podcast.
That's good for you.
On our podcast, The Bits. Charlie needs to grow a backbone, but by the end of The Bits, Charlie will be mean to me. That's
Yeah.
my goal.
I'm mean to you a lot,
Gotta-
but you just
like earnestly.
yeah.
You're honestly pretty nice to me most of the time, even when I'm like being jokingly mean
Well,
to you.
guess what? Fuck you, Robert.
You mean that
Good.
with affection,
Good
though?
start.
Like there's no mean bone in your body towards me. You're like a little puppy dog. Pat, pat, pat.
How dare you?
Charlie, we love you. You're doing great. Grace, do you have any final words about the chapter? Any last thoughts?
Oh my god. I just think that like on the reread it's even more disappointing. Like you're expecting to get all of the answers and then the payoff is just love, blood, magic, and that sucks.
Isn't that that Netflix show? Oh, that's Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, I feel like that should be the tagline for Order of the Phoenix specifically. Disappointing on the reread.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Love, Blood, and Magic.
No, I think that like if we were doing the naming your own eps like Cabbages does, this would be called Love, Blood, and Magic.
Dude, I wish that I did my episode titles that way because it's so much more fun, and I am doing my episode titles that way for my next podcast.
What?
Hey, Charlie, are we doing names of the episodes we're doing, or are we doing creative titles?
These episodes are so short. Come on, man. Let's just go with the episode titles. They're fine.
It helps for order.
Yeah, it really does.
Of the Phoenix.
Hey, what is the order of the Phoenix? Did the Phoenix order the bits?
Nah, it's how you spell the word Phoenix, because I don't...
Phoenix.
P-H-O-E-N-X?
Yeah.
I did.
is.
That's sort of the same way I know how to spell Wednesday. I say
Phoenicians.
Wednesday.
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 Oh, I also do that with main 10 ants.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This word isn't hard, but I used to spell together to get her.
Oh, yeah, to get her. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. So, are we ready to move to plugs?
Yes, please.
All right, that's a thing.
Listen to the Bits trailer, everyone.
Bits,
Robert,
I hope-
Robert, Charlie, any last words about your upcoming pod that releases in 2 short days?
Damn.
If every podcast were perfect, we wouldn't have the bits.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Spoilers, but that might be our end tag at the end of episodes.
What is like the
believe we
bits?
say that in the don't we say that in
We
the trailer? I thought we did.
Maybe? I don't remember anymore. I haven't edited it yet.
What is the bits in like the world of Steven Universe? What's the bits?
Oh, it's just like the fry bits, like a thing you get at the
literally,
bottom
he
of
orders
a
the
bag,
fried bits because they're
which are the best part of the fries.
It's like French fry
yeah,
bits.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
That's it.
yummy.
Exactly.
Yummy, yummy.
They're great.
I mean, the crunchy bits are the best part. I don't eat corn dogs often, but when I do, my favorite part is like the crunchy, like fried dough part on the middle of the stick.
It is good.
Fried dough it's all you need.
That's all you need.
Correct. Absolutely.
all
The bits is going to be
you
great because
need.
like what literally Steven Universe? It's in little bits, 11-minute bits. And then we're going to do all of the cute little comical bits on the show.
Oh, triple entendre.
Exactly. We did it.
I love it. I love it so much.
Here we are in the bits.
Robert, where else can people find you on the internet?
Oh dear God, I do too many things. Somebody yelled at me to stop. So I have 3 other podcasts that I do.
Robert, I've already yelled at you to stop today once. Do I have to do it more than once a day?
Yes.
I'm definitely going to put 1 or more of those podcasts on the back burner for a project I want to do next year. So that I'm not overworking myself. But for now, if you want to listen to me talk about Once Upon a Time, I have a Once Upon a Time podcast, the ABC television show. Entering Storybrooke took me a second, Jesus Christ. If you want to listen to me talk about the Disney Channel cartoon Kim Possible, I have a podcast called That's a Sitch. If you want to listen to me talk about the Oseman verse and Heartstopper and all that stuff, I have a podcast called the Truum Grammar Book Club. And if you want to see me make memes about Percy Jackson podcasts specifically, you can follow the Damn Meme page, damn spelled DAM, on Instagram.
Wow, that might have been the longest guest credits ever.
So accomplished.
And next year, I'm gonna
Like Daenerys Targaryen.
Yes.
We need to get Robert to stop doing things. It's absolutely a problem.
Listen, I have a big project I want to do next year, and I'm like, I recognize that I do need to cut back on something if I want to do this project.
Anyway, listen to their new podcast.
Listen to my fourth podcast with this son of a gun. Hey, son of a gun, promote yourself.
Yeah.
Well, wait, real fast, Robert, tell me something you've been playing or reading or listening to lately you think our listeners would enjoy.
I've been chipping through because I think I've gotten to the age where I can't just spend a whole day playing video games. I have to schedule an hour out of a week to be like, I have an hour for video games. But I've been chipping through God of War, the 2018 version.
Fun.
Very fun. I like seeing all the myths and all the 2018 God of War specifically about Norse mythology. So I'm like, hey, look, Thor. Hey, look, Jotunheim. Hey, look, all that stuff.
That's a good vibe.
Hell yeah.
Good shit.
Awesome. Yeah, Charlie, where else can people find you on the internet?
Well, I mean, people can find me on one of the podcasts, the many podcasts that Robert makes memes for, Of the Oldest Gods. Hey, there's my transition. Sweet transition. Because Rick Riordan and stuff.
Well done.
I mean, you've been transitioning for a while, presumably, my friend.
You're correct. I, in fact, have.
You did trans your gender.
I did trans my gender. Yes. Of the Oldest Gods. We read Rick Riordan books. Currently on Battle of the Labyrinth. We are stuck in the labyrinth. Please help us out. How the fuck do we get out of this labyrinth?
Just put your hand on the left wall and you eventually get out.
We figured out that doesn't work, Robert. You made a meme about it.
Really? That doesn't work?
No, it doesn't.
It's an enchanted maze. To be fair, 3 other podcasts have read Battle of the Labyrinth, and I've made that exact same meme 3 other times.
I love it. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Work smart, not hard.
You could also find me specifically at GreenPixie12, most places on the internet, no longer on Twitter, right? Because this is after May 1st, so we're not doing Twitter anymore, probably.
Yeah,
Twitter bad.
Yeah. Fuck Twitter.
Fuck Twitter.
I also have an art Instagram called Green Pixie Draws. And the bits!
To elaborate on our fuck Twitter statement, I will say that there's a link in the show notes to why we've recently left Twitter, which I don't think I announced on the show yet, but...
Cool. Well, y'all can follow the bits at the bits SU pod on Instagram and Tumblr for the moment. Because the bits Steven
bringing
Universe
Tumblr
pod,
back.
Yeah, let's bring Tumblr back. I'm
Let's
here for
bring
that.
I want
Tumblr
to try
back.
to. I mean, I'm making Tumblrs now because Twitter is dead to us.
John Green made a new Tumblr. Bully him off Tumblr. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
They got rid of the edit feature because of John Green.
Oh my god.
Be nice to this man.
Are you guys aware of this story?
Let's not do this right now.
I'll tell you
Robert,
after.
we're trying
after
to
the
get out of
recording.
this
All right,
place.
Yeah.
Charlie, what media are you plugging this week?
Okay, well, I have gone down my Australian rabbit hole of rewatches because I started with Bluey, but now I'm onto rewatching Blue Water High, which is it's an Australian teen drama, but it's about surfers. We have
Cute.
so many genders in Australia. We have mermaids, we have surfers, and we have dogs. That's what I'm finding out so far by
sounds
the
right.
Australian shows I've watched.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's cute. Grace, where else can people find you on the internet?
Oh my gosh. Follow Wildling Press, Christina and my company, on Facebook and Instagram at Wildling Press.
And TikTok.
Also, and TikTok. How could I ever forget about TikTok?
Because I never post there, but maybe I will. Who knows?
They won't see it coming, but it'll be exciting when you do. And then also listen to How Do I Book? Wildlings podcast. It's very fun and cool, and we've had a couple really excellent interviews lately, so check those out. And of course, today I will be plugging yet another baked good.
Yes.
That I have made recently. This one comes from, let me check the Instagrams, Introvert Sweets. And it is their lemon sugar cookie recipe. And they make them with like lemon Oreos mixed in. And it's very yummy. So
Lemon
that sounds
Oreos.
awesome.
Yeah. Check it out. It I don't know. I thought they were extremely yummy, and Introvert Sweets just generally has a lot of great recipes. So I guess I'm plugging their Instagram page.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've been your host, Christina. You know where to find me. And this week I'm plugging what I've been reading recently is called 3 Dark Crowns by Kendari Blake. It's a story about 3 triplets who are all like heir to be the next queen. And so 2 of them have to wait, one of them has to kill the other 2 to be queen.
Makes sense.
And like one of them is like an elemental magic, has elemental magic. The other one is a naturalist, and then the third one is a poisoner. They're all like trained to murder each other. It's very cool.
like
How
neither can
exciting.
live while the other survives.
Neither can live while the other survives. Yeah, totally. And I'm about halfway through, and I'm having a good time.
That sounds very cool.
Little Bits, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited for your podcast to launch.
I'm so excited too, because guess what? You know who made our music? The wonderful Jason.
yeah.
Can I just real quick
It's
plug
so
Jason?
good.
The best.
He walked up to me at a party and was like, "Can I show you the music I made for the bits?" And I was like, "Yes."
That just
I almost cried.
he just walks up at a party. Yo, you want to listen to this?
I want to listen to the bits, and I was like, "I'm here
Yo,
for it."
dig on this.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you guys.
Hey Jason, if you're listening,
Me
we love
too.
you.
He's not listening.
Well,
Jason,
too bad.
Great.
That's just a guess. Jason, this is a test.
Jason, if you hear this, put into the Deus Ex Media Server somewhere bubbles. No context, just bubbles.
That's
And
fun.
interpret that however you want. And Grace,
Yeah.
love you.
Love ya.
I hope the sound effect of me blowing you a kiss comes across on my little microphone.
It did, and it came across all the way to my heart.
Oh, good. And that's the end of the episode.
Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun, dun.
That's it, potheads. Thanks for listening to the Restricted Section. This podcast is produced and hosted by me, Christina Kahn. Our theme music was produced by Ryan Kahn. Our logo was designed by Michael Hardison. Please connect with us on Twitter at RestrictedPod, on Instagram at RestrictedSectionPod, on Facebook at Restricted Section Pod, or in our Facebook group, the Restricted Section Detention Crew. Join our Patreon to get access to our Discord server, our bonus episodes, and other cool perks. We're also very happy to be a member of Deus Ex Media, where all you fucking nerds can find all kinds of fandom podcasts to suit your fancy.
We are
Not the crystal gems.
We are the Bits,
The bits, the bits, the bits.
a Steven Universe review podcast
Celebrating the 10th anniversary.
of a show that's very near and dear to our hearts,
So get ready to cry with us
and try our best not to sing.
as we rewatch one of the gayest shows of the 2010s,
New episodes coming out to you every Friday.
featuring your favorite host, Charlie.
And Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Something unholy.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that's bewitching.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes random music just gets into my brain and I'm like, I have to sing it out loud.
Deus Ex Media.